That
Hey, crowd. Just wanted to do this little video and show you that I haven't been arrested yet. I'm here enjoying New York City, and I just wanted to send this little hello to you fucking bastard.
It's been almost 6 days since a Chilean-American journalist who's been covering the conflict from inside Ukraine has gone missing.
I hope you're happy in your sniveling little shithole in bumfuck Austria, you little fucking faggot. But I really want to talk about Destiny. That was fucking funny. Destiny. Oh man, I loved fucking with that guy's head. It was just fun, you know?
Gonzalo Lira is 54 years old and has been living in Ukraine for the past few years. He was in Kiev when the conflict erupted in February.
And poor Destiny, man. He's just little boy lost. Little boy lost who, you know, he got beat up when he was a little kid.
He has repeatedly criticized the Ukrainian government and armed forces for their actions. At the end of March, he tweeted what he called the truth about Zelensky's regime, adding he might disappear, as did other critics of Kiev, some of whom were later found dead. Here's one of Gonzalo Lira's latest interviews before he went missing.
And the only thing he had to fall back on was his brains, right? Because he is smart, right? He is smart, but he's a nihilistic little fuck who only cares about pulling shit down. He's a classic deconstructionist. He's just a little fucking faggot, a nobody, a little manlet. The motherfucker never even finished college. And it's so goddamn funny, right? He talks about Rawls and he talks about Nozick as if he knew what the fuck he's talking about, right? But he doesn't know the basics. He never studied logic, for instance. I mean, like, when you actually study philosophy, before they let you loose to read Nozick and Rawls, you actually have to learn logic. You have to learn epistemology. You have to learn moral theory. Shit that he never learned. He thinks that all of logic is deduction. He has no idea of inductive reasoning. He had to look it up on Google. Live. Man, how humiliating. He doesn't even know what abductive reasoning is. Damn, man.
Well, we can now bring in Eva Karen Bartlett, the very for joining us, Eva. Now, first, can you tell us when was the last time you heard from Gonzalo Lira, and what else did he tell you before he disappeared?
Certainly, there have also been Ukrainian-friendly journalists that have been smearing Gonzalo and basically depicting him as any number of things, including a Russian spy, a Russian agent, etc.
Speaking to you in particular, Gonzalo said, among other things, the Ukrainian government is the one to blame for civilian deaths in Donbass, not a mainstream view in the West, is it? How did the audience react to his opinions?
I mean, I'm certain he had his people who were critical of what he had to say, people that just don't want to hear anything other than the mainstream narrative. But bear in mind, he had a massive following on social media, particularly on his Telegram channel, which has nearly 90,000 subscribers. Every time he appeared on the Duran and other programs, there's a wide audience ready to hear his views. Because again, one other notable thing is he, being in Kharkov, was one of the sole voices, if not the sole voices, in the English language, speaking critically about what was happening under the Zelensky regime and under the...
And you ask him, you know, who's Pierce? He'll have no idea. You who never studied philosophy, well, you have an excuse. You never studied philosophy, so I'm here to tell you. C.S. Pierce, the father of modern logic. Yeah, great contributor to the branch of logic. Necessary in order to make any kind of reasoning, any kind of, you know, destiny. He just spouts terms that he Googled. And all he wants to do with his argumentation is to pull people down and show how smart he is. Because bottom line, the guy's nobody. And I'm telling you guys, I say 60% chance that the motherfucker offs himself by the time he's 45. either offs himself or has a total mental breakdown, because the guy has nothing in his life. And that, boys and girls, that's punishment enough. Fucking funny. It's what is it? Friday, April 20th. Friday already. Yeah, a week. April 22nd, 2022. I'm in Kharkov. I just want to say that I'm fine physically. I'm a little rattled. I was picked up by the SBU on Friday, April 15th at a little after 1 p.m. local time. I'm okay physically. I'm a little rattled, or I'm okay. I don't have my computer, and I don't have my phone, and I don't have my cell phone or access to my email accounts. But I'm still in Kharkov, and for the time being, I cannot leave. The authority here has told me that I cannot leave the city, and but I'm okay, and none the worse for wear, and I'm rambling, and I'm sorry about that. You know, I'm a little bit discombobulated, as you can imagine, but
I mean, this is a fucking dangerous city, and you can ask reasonably, why the fuck are you staying? Well, two reasons. Number one, I can't leave the country because the SBU has told me that I can't leave the country until my case has been, my case has happened, as it were. I'm supposed to be prosecuted for I don't know what. But since I have to be prosecuted, I can't leave the country. And if I try to cross the border, I will be arrested and I will be put in prison. So which do you prefer? You know, go to prison or live your life, you know, and not house arrest, but, you know, effectively you can't leave, right? That's one reason why I'm not leaving. And the other reason, quite frankly, is that I want to see what happens.
You see, there is a difference between the Zelensky regime and the Ukrainian nation and the Ukrainian people and the Ukrainian armed forces. The Zelensky regime is separate. And I want to make that really fucking clear. See, when I shit on the Zelensky regime, and this whole fucking video, this whole broadcast is going to be me shitting on them because they're fucking despicable pigs. They're fucking corrupt. And what Vladimir Putin has carried out over the past week is an invasion, plain and simple. And this euphemism bullshit, fuck that. It's an invasion. Is it wrong to invade a country? Well, it depends now, doesn't it? You know, everybody's saying that Russia's invasion of Ukraine was unjustified. That's a lie. That's an outright lie. It was very justified with a lot of really, really good reasons. And the shock for me is not that Russia invaded Ukraine. The shock for me is that Russia took its sweet time to invade Ukraine. If I had been the dictator of Russia, I would have invaded Ukraine years ago. I'm talking 5, 8, 10 years ago. I mean, the governments running Ukraine are so corrupt and so despotic and despicable that they should have been invaded ages ago. I'm not kidding. The fact is, the Russians are winning. They are going to win. And there is very little that the Ukrainian army, no matter how brave they might happen to be, there is very little that they can do about it. Because the Russian army, first of all, it's bigger, a lot better equipped, better led, that's a fact. And on top of that, they have the will. The political leadership has the will to go all the way. Because from the point of view of the Russians, this war of conquest of Ukraine, because that is what it is existential. They view it as either we conquer Ukraine or we are going to be glassed by NATO. Glassed in like the nuclear warhead kind of way, glassed. And for the Russian leadership, they're like, no, we're not going to let that happen. We are not going to fall under the yoke of NATO. We are going to maintain this borderland, and we are not going to allow NATO to expand. We are not going to have a military alliance that actively says that we are their enemy that they want to destroy. No, We're not going to let that happen.
I'm going to keep on putting out content and making a nuisance of myself as I slowly grind away on my book. Because I realize that I am literally a marked man, and marked by people who actually have the ability to do something about it. Because you always hear some fool say, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you, you wait, I'm gonna kill you." They're not gonna do goddamn shit, you know? It's all bullshit. But these guys, they don't fuck around. Especially because they're losing the war. Yeah. You know, resentment, anger, frustration at losing, you know, they lash out. They lash out at whoever's nearest. Me.
Because clearly this whole incident was set up to pull at the heartstrings of Americans. Americans are like puppies. I mean, Johnny Depp said this years ago and he had to walk it back and say, I respect Americans, but he was right. Americans are like puppies, okay? They're emotional, they're stupid, and they run around without any thought, any consideration as to the future, and they're pathetic. I mean, I'm just up to here with Americans of all stripes, you know, between the decadence and degeneracy, the fatness, and the loser leadership that it's got. I mean, dude, you know, anybody worth anything in the United States should leave. I've said this since last October, man. The United States is toast, and all the people there, fucking losers, every single one. But they're puppies. They're puppies, just like Johnny Depp said, and they are willing to throw any kind of common sense out the window.
What you've just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.